What's going on, everybody? Back again. Um, I had a great question asked to me, and that was, what got me into collecting? That's a great question. I don't know. I guess it can be a long story. I'll try not to make it a long story. But growing up, uh, my cousin was always a card collector. Worked at a card shop. Was always going to card shows, and slowly started inviting me. And at that time, it was all sports cards, all baseball cards only. And I would go to all the card shows and meet all the baseball players and get the autographs. And I would go help out at the card shop that he worked at and just start collecting cards, baseball cards, all the time. And even back then, I'd buy them by the box. But I would want a whole box. But I didn't care about sets. I just wanted the good players. That's where it stemmed. It stemmed from there. Um, Slowly stopped collecting baseball cards and sports cards just because of the value fluctuation all the time. Concentrate on my Garbage Pail Kids and my other series cards that I now collect: Walking Dead and Big Bang, Vampire Diaries, whatever else I'm into. But it's Garbage Pail Kids. I started on Garbage Pail Kids back in 1985 when they first came out. We used to get them from the ice cream man. I stopped spending money on ice creams because I was buying Garbage Pail Kids. And they were only a quarter a pack back then, so I would buy them I'd have $10. I'd buy the whole box off him. However many packs he had left, if he had a full box, I'd buy it. And it started from there. Of course, I didn't think about collecting them back then. I collected them, but I didn't care about condition. I wanted to play with them. The good old days when you can get them from the ice cream man. Good luck trying to do that now. But there's always card collecting. I went through about 10 years of not collecting. Um, Life happens, and you stop collecting. I didn't even know they continued making Garbage Pail Kids. And then once I found out, I had to go back and catch up. And you've seen my collection now, so you know where I'm at with that. And then it stemmed off to, still don't really collect sports cards. It stemmed off to the movie and TV show cards: Big Bang, Walking Dead, Vampire Diaries, Gremlins, The Goonies, Indiana Jones. And the reason I stick with those is they don't fluctuate like sports cards in value. They only go up or stay the same, but they don't drop. So that's why I stick with those. And then it slowly got into, I watch gold shows, and that's how the gold came about. And I always figure, if at some point money isn't good anymore, gold is always good. So have a stockpile of that. What I haven't shown too much of is my Titanic collection. I'm a big Titanic fan, intrigued by it, want to visit it. And I have a really big collection of Titanic stuff, like stock bonds and uh, pieces of coal from the actual shipwreck, and the last survivor, who is no longer alive, but I have her autograph on an actual photo of the Titanic on its departure. I got a bunch of stuff. It's really cool. I got a 40-inch Titanic model, wooden model. I got a bunch of stuff. A real newspaper from the day after. I'll have to show that off one of these times, but I'm at the point now where if I think it'll be worth something, I'll collect it. So that's what got me into it. My cousin got me into it. He just announced on Facebook that he is going to be closing his shop. He ended up opening his own store, and he just announced he's going to close that after almost 24 years. It's been a great run, but he still does. You know, he's a teacher also. He coaches football, varsity football, and so he's a busy man. And the shop did its job for long enough, and I thank him for getting me into the hobby, and that's how I got in. I owe it all to my cousin. But that's it. You see I got a different sweater on? I was getting comments about my flannel because I'm always wearing it, and it's always the same one. And then I got this one for Christmas, and so I should start wearing it, right? So that's why this is there. Woo! It's not as thick as the other one, but it'll do. Alright, so that's it. That's how I got started into collecting. I'm curious to know what you collect. What got you started in collecting. Love to hear your stories. And baby, I love you, and I miss you, and I'm thinking about you. And yep. Alrighty, that's it. More videos to come. So until then, I'll talk to you soon.